La Prisonnière in French and The Captive in English. The one volume of the novel that a time-pressed reader may safely and entirely skip. The state of Albertine that most pleases Marcel is Albertine asleep. By falling asleep, she becomes a plant, he says. Plants do not actually sleep, nor do they lie or even bluff. They do, however, expose their genitalia. At this point, parenthetically, several observations could be made about the similarity between Albertine and Ophelia, Hamlet's Ophelia, starting from the sexual life of plants, which Proust and Shakespeare equally enjoy using as a language of female desire. Albertine, like Ophelia, embodies for her lover blooming girlhood, but also castration, casualty, threat, and pure obstacle. Albertine, like Ophelia, is condemned for a voracious sexual appetite whose expression is denied her. Ophelia takes sexual appetite into the river and drowns it amid water plants. Albertine distorts hers into the false consciousness of a sleep plant. In both scenarios, the man appears to be in control of the script, yet gets himself tangled up in the wiles of the woman. On the other hand, who is bluffing whom is hard to say. Once Albertine has been imprisoned by Marcel in his house, his feelings change. It was her freedom that first attracted him, the way the wind billowed in her garments. This attraction is now replaced by a feeling of ennui, boredom. She becomes, as he says, a heavy slave. This is predictable, given Marcel's theory of desire, which equates possession of another person with erasure of the otherness of her mind, while at the same time positing otherness as what makes another person desirable. Albertine has no family, profession, or prospects. She is soon installed in Marcel's house. There she has a separate bedroom. He emphasizes that she is nonetheless an obedient person. See above on Albertine as heavy slave. Albertine's face is sweet and beautiful from the front, but from the side has a hook-nosed aspect that fills Marcel with horror. He would take her face in his hands and reposition it. Albertine's eyes are blue and saucy. Her hair is like crinkly black violets. Albertine's behavior in Marcel's house is that of a domestic animal, which enters any door it finds open or comes to lie beside its master on his bed, making a place for itself. This pictorial multiplicity of Albertine evolves gradually into a plastic and moral multiplicity. Albertine is not a solid object. She is unknowable. When Marcel brings his face close to hers to kiss, she is 10 different Albertines in succession. The jealous lover cannot rest until he is able to touch all the points in space and time ever occupied by the beloved. One only loves that which one does not entirely possess. What a weird and lonely shadow to cast on these two love affairs, the fictional and the real. What a desperate analogy to offer of the lover's final wintry paranoia of possession. As Hamlet says to Ophelia, accurately but ruthlessly, "You should not have believed me." A swan of olden times remembers that it is he, the one magnificent but without hope of setting himself free, for he failed to sing of a region for living, when barren winter burned all round him with ennui. Everything, indeed, is at least double.